Okay, I didn't think I'd live long enough to see someone pet a baby xenomorph like it's a rescue cat. But here we are. Alien Earth Episode 4 just dropped, and this show keeps taking the weirdest, creepiest, and smartest turns. I'm diving into why Wendy might actually be the galaxy's first Xeno Whisperer, how Boy Kavalier is basically the Elon Musk of nightmares, and why episode 5 might blow the whole season wide open. So let's dive into it. The episode literally opens with silence. Arthur cutting Wendy's listening functions to block out alien cries. This is important because Alien Earth is the first time the series has turned alien sounds into an actual storytelling device. Not just scary background noise, but a language, culture, communication. Listening instead of running, that's when things get very unsettling. Boy Kavalier shows up, and of course he's back on his Peter Pan nonsense. This man owns corporations, hybrid experiments, alien specimens, and still finds time to run a audiobook / podcast. The only thing scarier than a xenomorph at this point is the idea of a future of humanity being run by a terminally online tech bro. He gaslights and literally tries to pinky promise with Wendy to have her decipher what the xenomorphs are saying just so her brother can stay. Of course, he already decided that he could stay beforehand. $1 trillion Bond villain acting like a middle schooler. Terrifying, hilarious, and, I don't know, deeply believable. And speaking of terrifying, let's talk about Nibs. Last episode, she was spiraling. This week, she declares herself pregnant by immaculate conception and starts throwing hands with Dame Sylvia, an unstable hybrid robot convinced she's carrying the robo-Jesus child of God. Lock the doors, light the incense, and pray to the space jockeys. This subplot kind of screaming to us that not every hybrid is going to survive. Tad bit of foreshadowing. And speaking of another character manipulating a child, since Morrow is manipulating Slightly, and the whole arc gets a lot darker. Slightly's real name is dragged out, his mother is threatened, and now he's pushed into betraying the hybrids. And here's the genius of this writing. Unlike Covenant and Prometheus, where characters make dumb horror movie mistakes, Slightly isn't stupid. He's manipulated, pressured, and cornered. Exactly the kind of tension you want in an alien story. And the fact that Kirsh is spying on all of this is deliciously creepy. And along with Morrow, Kirsh is like my favorite part of this series. For once, we have a synthetic that acts like a real advanced intelligence. He watches Slightly, he pieces things together, doesn't just let conspiracies run wild. This show is the first season Westworld level of psychological. And Kirsh might actually be the most dangerous character in this series. He's not David 2.0, he's colder. Like a scientist letting lab rats decide their fate, just to see what happens. And finally, that ending. Wendy, our hybrid heroine, communicating with a newborn Xeno that literally slithered out of her brother's lung. Not screaming, not killing, not panicking, but petting it. Stroking it like it's a lost puppy. And the insane part? The Xeno lets her. It rubs against her hand like a cat. Are we watching the first signs of interspecies trust? Or is the Xenomorph just manipulating her? And here's another question I'm going to throw to you. Is Wendy controlling them, or are they controlling her? That's the loop we're going to be stuck in until episode 6 drops. If you're enjoying this breakdown, do me a favor and hit the like button and maybe subscribe if you want to see more of this. And speaking of episode 5, we already know this is the one critics are calling the mini Alien movie. Empire even teased that it's the episode to watch for the whole season. We're going to see what went down on the Maginot. We're going to have a patient zero moment. We're going to see who was the host of the Xenomorph that we saw in the first few episodes. Was it due to somebody's curiosity, corporate greed? Was Morrow the one who sabotaged the Maginot? And what was going on with the creepy synthetic they had on board. Whatever it is, I'm super hyped for next week. Friendships snapping, alliances turning violent, people making desperate choices just to survive. I am totally on board. Not the Maginot, I don't want to be on board there. Let's kind of talk predictions and even like lore connections. Noah Hawley said in an interview that Wendy wasn't chosen. Her hybrid wiring just lets her hear things humans can't. But to a childlike mind, that feels like destiny. This whole communication angle, I mean, this actually ties back to James Cameron's Aliens moment. When the alien queen calls off her drones when Ripley is threatening to torch them. Is it language, pheromones, telepathy? Wendy is our lens into that mystery. Nibs is on lockdown, Slightly is compromised, Curly is jealous. Wendy's alien empathy makes her the most dangerous and most valuable hybrid. Expect Boy Kavalier to exploit this, Yutani to come knocking, and at least one hybrid to meet a tragic end. So yeah, episode 4 gave us the petting the unkillable monster energy, deepened the paranoia, and set up one hell of a backstory detour. I'm hyped and terrified in equal measure for the Maginot flashback episode next week. Because let's be real, nothing good happens on ships named after historical defeats. Now, if you want more deep dives into Alien Earth and you don't want to miss me losing my absolute mind when the Maginot story drops, then hit that subscribe button. You can do it right here. And if you want to check out my other Alien Earth episodes, go to the playlist right here, and I will see you later. Bye.